before 12 o'clock, I will announce the academic procession, and at that point I will ask those of you who are able to do so to stand. If you're not able to stand, that's absolutely fine, of course. And I'll ask you to remain standing while the procession comes in until the party on the platform. I will tell you when to sit, and that's the last time we'll ask you to stand, guests, until the end of the ceremony. Again, at the end of the ceremony, I will ask you to stand if you're able to, and to wait as the procession exits. And then as the graduands leave us, you will exit the cathedral behind them and go round the corner to the Crown and Mitre Hotel for the celebratory reception. Do have your tickets ready. A little word on terminology. I've used the word graduands. Graduands. For 1 hour, you have a very special status, which is that you are between being a student and a graduate. So this is that hour, that 1 hour of your lives. So you are our graduates. I love this bit. In the event of an emergency, we will need to evacuate the cathedral. You know what's coming, don't you? There's an emergency exit to the south, the door that you came in through. There are no oxygen masks. There are 2 further emergency exits to the north of the cathedral. In the very unlikely event that anything does happen to sound the alarm, please remain calm. Colleagues who are marshals will guide you out of the cathedral to a safe mustering place. We're guests of the cathedral today. The cathedral permits still photography during the ceremony, but they do ask that there is no flash photography, videoing or audio recordings. When taking still photos, please be mindful of the people sitting around you and try not to disrupt their experience in view of the ceremony. Our ceremony is available by live stream, and we also have an official photographer capturing the ceremony for you today. So, very quickly, before we start the ceremony, we're going to do a little practice for our graduands to see what will happen. Now, graduands, please listen and watch really carefully. If you can see the platform clearly, please watch, otherwise watch on the screens. So, my colleague, Ms. Holmes, is impersonating the Vice-Chancellor. I'm impersonating the Director of the Institute of Education, Arts and Society, and also the Director of the Institute of Health. So, the first graduand will be motioned forward. Could the first graduand step forward? Now notice, this is really important. Stay on the pale paving, don't step up. The officer will reach out to take your card. Hand the officer, Ruth or Karen, all the cards you've been given. The officer will read out, they may read out your degree if you're the first in the group. They will read out your name. Don't move until we read out your name. We want to hear your name loud and clear. And then guests, I think you know what to do when you've heard the graduand's name, so this is a practice for you as well. So, in partnership with Nelson and Colne College, Bachelor of Arts Education, Early Years, Steph Hughes. So what you see is, on hearing her name, Steph has walked across, she's shaking the Vice-Chancellor's hand, and then very importantly, pause for a photo. And then the Vice-Chancellor will let you go, take care on the ramp, you'll collect a badge from a colleague who isn't standing there at present, and you'll go up the north aisle, round the back, and back to your seat. We'll try that one more time, and I have to say, I think the graduand was excellent. Not so sure about the guests. I think possibly a little more welly is required. So, would the next graduand please come up? Hayley Blakely. Thank you. I'm happier with that. Thank you, Amanda. Okay, we will start the ceremony in a very, very few minutes' time. There is a QR code in the programme to get a list of the names of all the graduands eligible to graduate today. So could I ask that you please turn off your mobile phone or turn it to silent. I hope you all enjoy the ceremony, and we will be starting in just a moment. Graduates and guests, would all those who are able to do so please stand for the High Sheriff of Cumbria, Christopher Holmes, the Chief Executive of Cumberland Council, Andrew Seekings, and the academic procession. Please be seated. I now call upon the Reverend Canon Dr. Benjamin Carter to welcome us to the Cathedral.
Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Dean and Chapter, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to this wonderful and ancient place today. By any measure, these last few months have been something of a whirlwind. For those of you sitting in the South Aisle, you've moved from the anxiety of assessments through the elation of results to the pride of this day. In our national life, we've had an unexpected general election, momentous and historic results, and the formation of a new government. And for some who follow the fortunes of English football, there's been that inevitable journey of hope, then excitement, and then the inevitable disappointment that, at least for the men's team, means that football, at least for now, still hasn't come home. Well, today in this cathedral, I very much hope and pray that you will feel that you have come home. Now, perhaps this is a strange thing to say, as many of you, I suspect, have never been here before. But as the cathedral, we're always struck and immensely proud of the way in which the graduates of our wonderful university remember this day, sitting beneath our wonderful starry sky, and look back with pride and happiness on this day. Perhaps, in a few years' time, you'll be one of those people who comes again with family and friends and show them this place where you remember and celebrate the home that you have made at the University of Cumbria over these last few years. So here today, my task is actually a simple one to everybody here. make yourselves feel at home. Do not let these august surroundings hold you back, but whoop and cheer and holler at each one of these wonderful graduates as they cross the stage, as if football were coming home. So many, many congratulations to all of you graduating today. Be assured of our prayers and best wishes for you for the future, and know that both here and at the University of Cumbria, you will always have a home. Thank you very much.
I would like to introduce the Deus Party today. Vice-Chancellor, Professor Julie Mennell. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Brian Webster Henderson. Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Mark Swindlehurst. University Secretary, Dr. Jean Brown. And I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor to open our degree and award ceremony and deliver the opening address.
Wow, they're the opening act. They're rather good, aren't they? In 2007, we were established as the University of Cumbria, in, for and from Cumbria. And for two main reasons. One, we need talent. Two, we've got it. Workington Academy is such a fantastic example of that. And that's what we're all about seeking to realise the talent that our young people, our communities, our places have, and make sure that they can flourish. So I can't think of a better way to start the ceremony today. We like to make a few little adjustments between each ceremony. So this is the second ceremony of the week. So I've got some additions in the lectern now that I didn't have in the first session, which includes some tissues for the choir. So that's for... Yeah. They're not open yet, but I'm sure they will be by the end of the week. Okay, to the formalities. I declare open this degree and awards ceremony of the University of Cumbria. Graduands, guests, Canon Warden, High Sheriff, Chief Executive of Cumberland Council, Honorary Fellows, staff, university partners, friends. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome you to this graduation ceremony in the splendid setting of our city's cathedral. To family and friends, graduation ceremonies are without doubt a significant milestone, and we know you will be bursting with pride and joy today. We're very happy that you've been able to join these celebrations, and importantly, to reflect on the ways you have supported your graduate to be. Graduands, today is an extra special one, and it's yours. It's a day to celebrate, a day to pause and reflect on your journey. The ceremony not only marks the culmination of your tremendous hard work and commitment in achieving your award today, it also demonstrates your resilience, your tenacity. I'm sure you will have had your wobbles and periods of uncertainty, and perhaps at times felt like the weight of the world was on your shoulders. However, despite all you've met in the varied contexts and environments you've been placed in, you've succeeded. Whatever category of student that you fall into, young, mature, on campus, off campus, living at home, studying away, learning whilst working, learning through working, full-time, part-time, online, flexible, from here in Cumbria, or indeed the other side of the world. Indeed, you are the epitome of why we are established and the mission that drives us, with people, place and partnership at our heart to transform lives and livelihoods and to bring new capability to and from Cumbria. And this year, students and colleagues from across our university have provided many examples of this, with half of our students studying off-campus, upskilling and reskilling in the workplace. National workforce development contracts with BBC, the Nuclear Decommissioning Authority, Rolls-Royce, the Forestry Commission, DEFRA, BAE, Defence Medical Services and the NHS. 2,000 degree apprentices and 1,000 paramedic students, making us one of the largest providers in the country. And a top ranking in the Northwest and top in the top, that's aspirational, that one, apologies. next year, and top 10 in the UK for graduates in work or further study 15 months after graduation. A silver rating in the Teaching Excellence Framework and 2 Ofsted Good Outcomes for initial teacher education and our expanding degree apprenticeship provision. And, importantly, and through tremendous hard work of colleagues, improved outcomes in our National Student Survey results, and with so many notable and outstanding achievements. In addition, our new campus in Barrow is taking shape, and we'll be ready to welcome students in autumn 2025. Meanwhile, work continues behind the scenes on our £78 million scheme for the Citadel's campus in the heart of Carlisle city centre. And next year will mark the first pioneering cohort of students to join the Pairs Cumbria School of Medicine, an exciting and unique partnership between the University of Cumbria and Imperial College London. In our Institute of Education, Arts and Society, this year we've hosted 2 important national education conferences focusing on teacher education advancement and assessment in higher education. Locally, the Institute brought education and health professionals together with student teachers from across the Northwest to share the latest thinking and best practice to support children, importantly, with special education needs and disability at a conference jointly organised with Cumberland Council. We continue to play an important role in developing teachers of the future, with over 150 Year 12 and 13 students from schools across Cumbria and North Lancashire actively taking part in our 2024 Future Teachers programme. And in our Institute of Health, graduating students Leon Mangon and Daniel Graham have completed internships with Carlisle United Football Club, Leon undertaking performance analysis for the first team, and Daniel working with the medical team, providing rehabilitation support to players. Indeed, our sports rehab students have supported many sporting events across the year, with athlete support for racing and post-event treatments. Alongside, our sports injury clinics have helped hundreds of athletes to recover from injury and to return to full fitness. And our performance testing unit has been busy assessing athletes from a range of sports and working with them and their coaches to help them to achieve their very best. And we've also been integral to the university's support of British cycling and the Lancaster Grand Prix event. It's certainly an exciting time for our university, our community and Cumbria, though perhaps not the roller coaster we've had in the past fortnight. And when I was thinking about this speech over the weekend, what really struck me when I thought about the last couple of weeks and what much of what made our nation and global headlines involved the pursuit of success, achieving at the very top, whether it's sport or whether it's politics. And we've seen that home and global in terms of politics. We've seen in sport from cricket, tennis and football. During this last couple of weeks, we've seen some of us and others at our very best. We've seen some at their worst. We've discussed, we've texted, we've critiqued, not always with an informed or objective eye, the contenders, the competitors, the tactics or lack of, winners, losers, up and coming, also rans, has-beens, maybes and what-ifs. We've cheered, we've jeered, we've shouted, we've sang. We've shared tears of joy, sadness and despair. And in some instances, we've moved further apart. And in many, we've come together. And meanwhile, across our workplaces and communities, day in and day out, we've cracked on, working together and for others to effect positive change. And there's so many examples of that represented here today. When I was younger, I ran. And for a long time, it felt like this was my reason for being. And I ran to win. And at 16, I qualified for what's called the English Schools National Finals, the 400 metres in Portsmouth, an event that I trained for over a period of 5 years. And during the period leading up to it, I had lots of positive indicators, winning region, northern titles, at one point having the best time in the UK for someone of my age. I qualified for the final, ran the race, and I finished third. And I was absolutely gutted. And I hardly said a word during the very long coach trip back. And my coach came over to talk to me as he couldn't understand my disappointment. What did he tell me? Julie, you have just run the best race of your life. You pushed yourself as hard as you could in preparations and on the day. Just look what you've achieved through your hard work and determination. A new personal best, a new club record. And I reflected further in terms of a conversation that I had with my mum, probably about 10 years later. And I was sitting in the back bedroom on a new PC, which would probably be the size of the lectern now, wouldn't it? Writing up my PhD. And she said words to the effect of, "Hey, Julie, what are you going to do when you've got your PhD?" And I said, "Well, once I've got my PhD, that'll be it. I'll have made it." So when I look back on these moments, what I wish that I'd recognised is just what I had achieved and how, and with the support and the hard work of many others, and that actually those moments weren't the end points. Actually, they were the start of what's to come. So, my reminder to us all, and not least myself, is let's keep recognising and respecting success in the many forms it takes, and the hard work, the resilience and the tenacity of those associated. Let's celebrate the distance travelled, the lessons learned and the confidence gained, and the achievements that will inevitably follow. And let's seek to be part of many success stories, ours and of others. And if we can't do that, let's avoid adding to the weight of those who are working really hard and doing their best. Graduands, you are part of the amazing class of 2024. You have standing with your peers in your workplaces and in your communities. You provide knowledge and insights, new, different perspectives, ideas and reflections. You bring you to a situation, a workplace, a role. Indeed, you shape, you support, you change, you nurture lives and livelihoods as educators, psychologists, rehabilitation practitioners, to name just a few. So remain confident and ambitious about yourself and your potential, and stay resilient. Never forget what you do matters, whatever your background, your journey to date, your accent, beliefs, orientations or passions. Keep yourself grounded and authentic, respecting others and demonstrating humility and care. And see work as one part of embracing life, giving and doing your best, cherishing when you're able family, friends, new experiences, recognising and acknowledging how they help and support you. And take stock every now and again and reflect on your journey and progress. And when you walk across to receive your award today, make the absolute most of your moment, reminding yourself how fabulous you already are, the many exciting times and experiences to come, and that we are all here because of and for you. Well done again, and thank you all to everyone involved today. Thank you.
I now call upon the Director of the Institute of Education, Arts and Society, we've got an echo, Dr. Ruth Harrison Palmer, to present the graduates for their degrees and awards.
Vice-Chancellor, I have pleasure in confirming that the graduands here presented have satisfied the requirements for the degrees and awards of the University of Cumbria. For the award of postgraduate certificate, I've got an echo.
It's one thing hearing my speech, isn't it? It's another thing making sure that we've got the sound absolutely right in terms of the graduates and so on. So if you don't mind, and apologies, I'd rather have a couple of minutes delay and we do an adjustment rather than we go on with something that's not quite how it needs to be. So please talk amongst yourselves.
Thank you.
This is the sound test. Guests, can I now ask for a moment of quiet, and we're just going to test the sound. Has the echo gone? We're okay, thank you. We will now resume the ceremony. Thank you for your patience.
Vice-Chancellor, I have pleasure in confirming that the graduates here presented have satisfied the requirements for the degrees and awards of the University of Cumbria. For the award of Postgraduate Certificate, National Award for Special Educational Needs Coordination, Laura Jane Nelson. Christina Terry. For the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Education Non-QTS, Rohina Chowdhury. Emily Ford. Emily Gascoigne. Dominic John Slater Scott. For the award of Postgraduate Certificate in Primary Education with Qualified Teacher Status, General Primary 5 to 11 years, Anna Booth. Veronica Barato. Amy Curtis. Ashley Thomas Ferguson. Isoa Valentina Lgeli. Aaron Mossop. Krishna Panika. Felicity Smith. Zain Umaji. Dawn Ball. Darren John Cook. Lauren Amy Crawford. Kate Laura Edkins. Alison Holden. Lindsay Marie Jemima Irving. Joseph Tidmarsh. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Education Studies, Tasnim Ahmed. Kohli Akhtar. Mariana Amarim. Halima Begum. Maisha Hussain. Fatima Islam. Mohammed Rabil Islam. Louise Claire Morris. Zainab Rina Yasmin. The recipient of the Academic Excellence Prize, Nasheed Zareen. For the award of Postgraduate Certificate Learning and Teaching for Higher Education, Joanne Helen Agnola. Postgraduate Certificate in Education, Postgraduate Certificate in Education non-QTS, Joanne Victoria Jackson. Selena Hogarth. Ian Mark Kemp. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Qualified Teacher Status, Primary and Early Years Education 3 to 11, Jasmine Abdul. Miriam Abrahams. Imana Yasmin Ahmed. Nasib Ahmed. Rukayat Basuru. Fahana Begum. Jasna Begum. Nasiha Begum. Umara bint Hussain. Layla Faizi. Tasnia Faduzi. Anuska D. Fox. Mark Edward Fuller. Rasma Khatun. Tamana Khatun. Abdul Samad. Nazneen Sharif. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Qualified Teacher Status, Primary Education 3 to 11, Fatima Begum. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Primary Education 3 to 11, Tanya Begum. In partnership with Hawthorne School for the award of Professional Graduate Certificate in Education with Qualified Teacher Status, General Primary 5 to 11 years, with inclusion, send Kimberly Lynn Hafford. Emily Ryder. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Education, Teaching and Learning, Jade Harrison. Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the presentations of these graduates. I now call upon the Dean of the Institute of Health, Professor Karen Stansfield, to present the graduates for their degrees and awards.
Vice-Chancellor, I have pleasure in confirming that the graduates here presented have satisfied the requirements for the degrees and awards of the University of Cumbria. For the award of Bachelor of Arts, Sport Coaching and Physical Education, Alexander Barkley. John Easton. Paige Goodwin. Josie Frank Hawke. Millie Lee Kent. Robbie Skelton. Sophie Ann Winder. Owen John Woods. For the award Bachelor of Arts Working with Children and Families, Charlotte Davey. Vicky Louise Fisher. Megan Gallagher. Joseph Harper. Chloe Ellen Irving. The recipient of the Caroline L'Amour Prize for Outstanding Creativity in a Community Setting, Catherine Ridley. Sarah Ellen Ellie Rutherford. The recipient of the Institute of Health Peer Prize, Mia Stitt. Chloe Watson. Nazir Beg. Lucy Brown. Hannah Eagleston. Chloe Elizabeth Halligan. Page Haitley. Susan Houseman. Bethany Rose Tipper. For the award Bachelor of Science Applied Psychology, Holly Rebecca Fitzpatrick. Chloe Graham. Ryan James Hislop. Chloe Jeans. The recipient of the British Psychological Society Best Student Prize for Applied Psychology student, Hannah Elizabeth Joan. Madeline Kendrick. Francesca Lewis. Stuart Ross Nellis. Alexandra Scott. For the award Bachelor of Science Psychology, Abigail Sarah Nichol. Sasha Lee Quincy. David George Shepherd. Eleanor Watson. For the award Bachelor of Science Sport and Exercise Therapy, Graham Marr. For the award Bachelor of Science Sport Rehabilitation, Michael Carr. Amelia Clark. Phoebe Exley. The recipient of the Undergraduate Sport Prize for Academic Achievement and the Sport Prize for the Best Undergraduate Dissertation, Dylan George. Daniel Paul Graham. Javine Humphreys. Batunral Kevin Mohammed. Edward Pook. The recipient of the Undergraduate Sport Prize for the Most Inspiring Student, Jennifer Louise Southern. Charlie Van Hagen. Thomas White. Tobias James Willen. In partnership with Bury College for the award of Bachelor of Arts Working with Children and Families, Amelia Jade Clancy. Nazia Khan. In partnership with Sunderland College for the award of Bachelor of Arts Working with Children and Families, Karen Applegarth. Gemma Cleghorn. Chelsea Ellison. Rachel Gooch. Abigail Harmon. Carly Lampton. Casey Stafford. Victoria Swinhoe. Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of all graduates.
I now call upon Tian Hewson from the Students' Union to give a vote of thanks on behalf of the students.
Hi, I'm T. I'm the Student Activity Officer at the University of Cumbria of the Student Union. Every one of us today has travelled a different journey to get here. We come from different campuses, workplaces and upbringings. We've all got ourselves to Carlisle Cathedral today. I'm honoured to stand here as an elected representative of the students of the University in Cumbria and congratulate us all on our achievement, our choices and our hard work. I'm also here to say a thank you, a collective thank you from the student body to those who have helped us on the journey and to this destination today. So, thank you. Lecturers, tutors, academic staff, catering teams, administration teams, domestic services, all the people in all the offices, for all the behind the decisions. Sorry, nervous, start again. I want to thank you for your everyday behind the decisions, choices you've made on how best to support us, how much to give us, and how much to set us up with so that we work it out for ourselves. Local communities, neighbours, streets, new towns, new cities, for being places away from home, sources of comfort and a new place to study and explore ourselves. Workplaces, for giving opportunities for us to develop our confidence, our skills, and our pride in our efforts towards our future careers. Family and friends, old and new, for being sources of comfort, rocks, and supporting us from the start to now. Finally, think back to when you applied to the University of Cumbria for your job role and your subject. Did you fully believe that you would be graduating here today? Being a student has its challenges, and like anything, it takes consistent decisions towards a goal that everyone graduating here today has accomplished. So today, we mark those decisions and we celebrate all our journeys going forwards. Well done. Congratulations.
Vice-Chancellor, I now call upon you to confer the degrees and awards presented today.
Thank you. Is it me or is it very dark outside? I promise, the clouds are going to part when our graduates walk out of the cathedral. Might live to regret that. They're going to part for sunshine. I don't mean rain, by the way. So, T, thank you for that super and really heartfelt vote of thanks on behalf of our students. Thanks once again to Workington Academy for being with us today. I know it's a very special and becoming milestone in terms of their calendar and so on. And it's a very nice excursion on the last week of school before they break up on Friday. So thank you, absolutely fantastic. And thanks to you all. I was at a university that I was at many years ago. At the graduation ceremonies we had, we were told to only applaud after the end of each group of students. And it was very stifled and sterile. And what we tried to do here is to make sure, I hope we've done you proud, graduates, that each and every one of our students feels special walking across, and you've all done that. And it's so important, isn't it, that we give them the respect and the recognition that they deserve. So thank you all for making it so special. We've had so many examples, haven't we, of different professional areas of practice, professions, if you like, from sports, rehab, working with children and family, psychology, I was going to say physiotherapy, but I think that's to come in, later on in the week, and teachers. And do we have a Matthew Ellis somewhere? I might have misremembered the name. Ooh, maybe not got quite right. Well, there's somebody who I thought was Matthew Ellis, so I've misremembered it, that as I shook his hand across, I thought, I can't believe you're the spitting image of my primary school teacher, Mr. McCardle. And you know, it just made me smile so much because I remembered what a terrific teacher he was and the difference that he made when I think it was taking year 2 of primary school now, so it's a long time ago. So whoever you are, and I might find you at the end, thank you, because that provoked some really nice memories. And that's what you're all about, isn't it? The professions that you've chosen to move into and so on, the practice areas, you are about making a difference to other people's lives. And it's incredible, isn't it? You think in terms of the 10, 20, 30, 40 years some of you will have in terms of careers, and literally the thousands and thousands and thousands of people that you will impact on. It's absolutely incredible. So perhaps we should make you graduates, hey? So if you're able to, please stand. By my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I confer on these members of the University of Cumbria the degrees and awards for which they've been presented. Huge congratulations to you all from everyone here in the Cathedral and across our University of Cumbria community. Well done.